Chapter 9. God's Wrath Against Idolatry. The patience of the only true God is great, yet his patience does not mean he will overlook sin forever. When people persist in rebellion and refuse to turn from idols, his holy wrath is revealed. Unlike human anger, God's wrath is not impulsive or unjust, it is the righteous response of a holy God against sin and false worship. From the earliest commandments, God warned Israel about the seriousness of idolatry. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is on the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or serve them, for I the Lord your God am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children to the third and the fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing steadfast love to thousands of those who love me and keep my commandments. The Book of Exodus, chapter 20, verses 4 through 6. The prophets repeatedly declared that idols were not only powerless but also offensive to the Lord. The prophet Isaiah recorded the futility of idol makers. All who fashion idols are nothing, and the things they delight in do not profit. Their witnesses neither see nor know, that they may be put to shame. Who fashions a god or casts an idol that is profitable for nothing? The Book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verses 9 and 10. Because idols steal the worship that belongs only to the Creator, God's wrath falls upon those who serve them. The Apostle Paul wrote of this truth, explaining how idolatry leads humanity deeper into sin. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For his invisible attributes, namely, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived, ever since the creation of the world, in the things that have been made. So they are without excuse. For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools, and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man and birds and animals and creeping things. The Epistle of Paul the Apostle to the Romans, chapter 1, verses 18 through 23. Idolatry is not merely a mistake, it is a rejection of the truth. It replaces the living God with dead images, the Creator with creation. For this reason, God warns that those who cling to idols will face judgment. The Apostle John recorded the final destiny of idolaters in his vision of the end. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the detestable, as for murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars, their portion will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. The Book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 8. God's wrath against idolatry reveals the seriousness of worship. He alone is worthy of glory, honor, and praise. To worship anything else is to invite judgment. Yet even in his wrath, God provides a way of escape, through repentance and faith in Jesus Christ, who bore our judgment on the cross.